What's up, guys? You know who I am.
Hello guys, my name is Sam.
G'day guys, my name's Vaughn.
Hey guys, it's Josh, the other Josh.
Hey! You've seen me before.
And these are my top 3 things that I would like to see in Spider-Man No Way Home.
No Way Home, is it? Gotta get this movie right.
A lot of them are probably going to be a stretch.
Who knows what the hell's going to happen in this movie?
My first thought comes as no surprise. It's about the music. I'd love to hear just some little notes from across the Spider-Verse. Small note, that's music from other Spider-Man films, not music from Across the Spider-Verse, the 2022 hit film. But at the same time, this is Tom Holland's film, so I also want some fun stuff with all of his score. It's possibly an ending to whatever has been this trilogy, so as much as I would love to hear everything from every other film, totally fine if it's a single little whiff of each of them throughout the movie. But also, you know, if you want to blow my eardrums out with Hans Zimmer's Amazing Spider-Man 2, that's fine as well. Probably the most plausible one first, the 6th Sinister Six member potentially turning up in the post-credit scene. Someone who we've potentially seen already have some leadership, so I'm thinking maybe Mysterio didn't die. Vulture, he used to run a team as well, so there is potential. That's the one that I think could be potentially plausible if they are leading towards the Sinister Six.
Charlie Cox as Daredevil. Marvel have come out saying that he will be the MCU's Daredevil, even though there were the rumors that he was in the trailer as Spider-Man's lawyer, and then it was found out that he wasn't. I still believe that he's got to be in this.
Firstly, that we find out that the click of Thanos has affected all of the multiverses. It gives a great opportunity to lead on to the storyline.
In the last trailer, we saw MJ fall and we saw a spider hand come out to grab her. I would love it if it was Andrew, just to sort of like redeem himself from not being able to save Gwen. But I don't want them to do it and like make it known that that's what that is. Don't like be too heavy on what it means. Just have it happen nice and casual, save her life. But it's like the audience knows that was him coming back from what happened there.
Probably won't happen, but boy howdy would I love it. Something extra from each of the other 2 universes of the Spider-Mens, like I don't know, like Gwen or an MJ or an Aunt May. I just found out today that the original Aunt May is still alive, other than just villains and the Spider-Mens, if they even turn up. Who knows? We don't. Maybe we do by the time this has come out. I don't know when will...
Tuesday, so
Tuesday.
We don't know.
Okay, we don't know yet.
Only Sam knows, who's also in this video, but...
Damn it, Sam.
He doesn't know. My second thing, the Avengers Tower being turned into Fisk Tower. The Fisk from Tom's universe or another universe. Who knows with this movie.
I hope to see the introduction to, and hopefully not the end, of an Uncle Ben storyline. In Far From Home, we get to see the Easter egg of the suitcase. So it suggests that we might see something, I reckon.
I just want some time donated? I mean, if you can find it from somewhere else in the film and donate it to the repercussions of his identity being out there.
Peter and maybe like Aunt May as well having to deal with the fact that his identity has been outed.
This film's nuts. There's lots of multiverse stuff, but I would love time to explain why he needs that spell and why that needs to happen. Because if it's just because he's a bit annoyed, it's like, well, tell me why.
Similar to how, like, you know, we see how, like, the snap is still affecting, like, the MCU and, like, the people within it. Just to see, like, a different side of this Spider-Man.
And on the secret identity, when, of course, it gets either confirmed or reverted or however the film ends up, I really hope that the Vulture doesn't forget who Peter Parker is. It's such an interesting element that's set up in Homecoming. I don't know how, magically, we can keep Michael Keaton as one of the very few people in the know. I want a scene just with Michael Keaton going, I still know who Peter Parker is. And I want him to have a very different accent. Whatever I did, I want that to be what Michael Keaton does.
It's not what I'm... That's great.
Another spider person that we haven't thought about before, that we haven't considered, that maybe hasn't even been in a live action film before, or even just a reference to them. Maybe a villain or someone has gone to another universe at some stage and fought a different Spider-Man or something, just some reference to, I don't know, like a Spider-Man, like a May comes and she's Spider-Man, or a Gwen or a Spider-Ham. That would be kind of weird and funny in this sort of universe, or a Spiders-Man. Another reference to someone we haven't seen in the universe yet.
I think it might. I'm expecting it. Maybe Flash will be turned into like not a villain, or maybe a villain, but more significant than he is at the moment. I feel like that's kind of like the vibe that they're going to go with to bring Flash more involved in the movies.
Fingers crossed, we get to see the introduction of either Rhino or Doctor Doom into the MCU. My fingers are crossed, but there's absolutely nothing to back that up.
I don't want him having too much help. I haven't been the biggest fan of how he's always had someone there to like have his back when he needs it. We do have like Strange in this, but I would really like there to just be moments where like he's got to figure out things for himself and not think, what will this person do? Or, you know, is there a feature in my suit that can get me out of this? It's like, just figure it out.
And then thirdly, I want an end. The Thor and Captain America films, they just don't really end. Like, there's some arcs that close, but not really. It really is just building for the future of the movies. I want it to be like the greatest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Iron Man 3. It's basically his final movie, but he just kept making more. If there's a way they can do that with this Spider-Man, so that this 3-film trilogy ends properly, I would love that to happen. So if there's a way to wrap this up with a final swing, that would be really cool. Maybe a bit of a reset on the franchise. That's probably the easiest way to wrap it up. Like I just wrapped up my 3.
But overall, I think it's going to be a good time.
Who knows? We'll see what happens on Thursday.
Tune in to later and we'll hopefully have a video up.
We're going to be spraying webs all over the cinema.